Howdy folks, my name is Richie, aka Bog Otter, and welcome to another Bog Vlog where we recap all of the things that happened in 2016. I like to do one of these once a year, obviously, and just go over stats and different things that have happened in my personal life and in the real life and how it relates to streaming, and I just thought we would put that together for you, and we're going to start right now. Okay, so let's talk about stats. YouTube numbers. Now again, YouTube hasn't been a focus for the entire year, right? Mostly what I've put out on YouTube has been guild missions videos, usually once a week, and some Twitch recap streams. The good news is, starting in January, and actually Ragucci's already started the work, Ragucci, aka Fenris, does my video editing for me, and he actually is going to be getting college credit starting in January for doing an internship with me. So there's a certain number of hours he needs to spend each week working on videos and stuff. So hopefully we get an uptick in what we put on the YouTube channel as a result. You already saw last week, and I actually have the second one ready right now. I didn't actually put it out yet. You know, I can make it go live now. I can't really tweet it out or anything because I'm live with you guys. But let me put it out. We did the weekly Twitch highlights video, so 1 week of highlights, and my mods are helping out a lot with this as well by, you know, putting in a spreadsheet, like anything that happens that's interesting on the stream. So the combined powers form Voltron, and we have these amazing highlight videos. So the second one just went live, and hopefully we start to see more of an uptick on videos and stuff like that. I don't know if we'll ever get back to like guides and like full-on like things like that. I think it'll be more Let's Play type stuff, Twitch highlights type stuff, because that's what I can afford to do while I'm streaming full-time. So here we go, some stats. YouTube. We started January 2016 with 37,341 subscribers. We ended, as of last night, with 38,329. So just about 1,000 new subs on YouTube. Again, not the focus, so I didn't expect much growth. It's great that we grew at all, despite how sporadic I was uploading. The views, we had 2.1 million views in 2015, and we had 833,000 views in 2016, so quite a bit of a dip there as well. Twitter followers, we went from 5,461 to 6,488, so we gained about 1,000 folks on Twitter. Facebook, we went from 1,656 to 1,858, so we gained about 200 there, so that's nice. And of course, the bigger numbers would be like Twitch. On Twitch, we started the year at 9,284 followers. We are now up to 14,756. So we gained a little over 5,000 followers on Twitch. And subs, we started the year at 170 subs, and we are, what are we at now? 357 subs at this exact moment. So pretty big gains there as well. Hopefully, maybe, possibly 400 subs by the end of the stream today. We'll see. And then the views on Twitch, we were at, I can't even read my writing. I have no idea. Where are my views at? 427,842. I don't know what we were on that scale last year or night. What website am I using for these? Yeah, I wrote them down. I wrote them down off of just checking my YouTube analytics page and just manually looking all this stuff. So there we go. Yeah, so we got some good gains there. Now, on YouTube, this is YouTube specific, because I don't think we have this kind of stat on Twitch. That would be awesome if they actually recently updated the Twitch dashboard, which can get us some more stats, but I have to dig deeper into it. But like, I would love to be able to get like what countries are watching and different things like that, because you can get that kind of statistics on YouTube. Obviously the number one viewer of my YouTube channel for this year was the United States, followed by the United Kingdom, and then Germany. Now, it's interesting is Canada was number 3 last year, so they flip-flopped with Germany this year. So it went United States, UK, Germany, Canada, Australia, Netherlands, Sweden, and then we had Poland, Brazil, and Denmark were the next ones. So that's the top 10 countries watching. Poland and Brazil bumped Romania and Singapore off the top 10 this year. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Top 10 videos for this year. I'm not going to actually go over that whole thing because what's interesting is only one video that I put out in 2016 even broke the top 10 in views. And that was the Black Desert Online character creation video I did like in February, where I like goofed around with all those crazy things. So the rest of the top videos were things I either did in last year or even like previous years. So stuff like top 10 tips for new Guild Wars 2 players, top 10 reasons that you should play Heart of Thorns. The Hearthstone basic deck creation guides are still in my top 10 as well, so that's kind of crazy. I just want to go over, like, there's so many different games we played that I even like forgot. Lazari went through my streams for last year and pulled out the games that we played, and I just wanted to kind of walk through it a little bit and highlight some certain things that we went through this year, because we went through quite a journey. I wish I knew how many streams we did this year, but figure we did 5 streams a week on average, right? And I'm going to subtract 1 week because I was on vacation with my family for 1 week. So let's see, 51 weeks, and I think we averaged about 5 streams a week. That would be about 255 streams we did this year, which is crazy. All right, so last January, we started the year, like I said, at 170 subs. We actually got to 200 subs in January of 2016. And we did our 200 sub celebration stream that month as well. Obviously we played Guild Wars 2 every single month this year, so I won't repeat that. But big games that month were Darkest Dungeon. We played a lot of different MMOs we were trying out. We were trying out Devilion. We were trying out Elder Scrolls Online. That's where I named my mount Dr. Jiggles. And I played some Diablo 3. We tried out Blade and Soul, which was that Korean port by Tryon Worlds. Didn't really get super into that, but we did play it that month. And Jackbox Party Pack, I think those were our first streams of that game as well. The big game for January that sticks out to me is Rise of the Tomb Raider. We played the entire playthrough of that game through January and February, and that's where we met our lovely Dragon Tears. The first time Dragon Tears, who is now a mod, watched our streams was during the Rise of the Tomb Raider days, and so that was a lot of fun. Okay, according to that site, your Twitch views from last year was 138.15. Okay, Alaska. So we went from 138,000 views to over 400,000 views. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so that was January. Into February, that was when you guys. So for the 200 sub celebration, we did a sub celebration stream in January to kind of celebrate that milestone, and then you guys, the mods at the time, worked on, actually I think you guys voted on what I was gonna do for hitting that milestone, and you guys decided I would do a Scream stream. I totally thought it was going to be what was it? I think it was dyeing Gunvor's, my Guild Wars 2 character's hair pink or something like that. I thought that's what we were gonna do, or make Gunvor a female character for a month or something like that. And what you guys surprised me and voted for a Scream stream. And I had previously talked about the fact that I didn't ever want to play scary games, don't like scary games, and that kind of stuff. And that's what you guys decided on, and that's what led to, in February, us actually doing my very first Scream stream, which was Layers of Fear. And it wasn't even the fully released version of Layers of Fear. And needless to say, that kicked off what became like a staple event on this channel. I still don't like scary games, but I do recognize the entertainment value that can get, because who would have known? I'm a very jumpy person and easily scared. So Layers of Fear is still one of the scariest games I have played to date. I think Outlast has taken that over, because that's a whole different level of disturbing, but Layers of Fear was kind of crazy. So that was February. Other games that stood out, well, again, Guild Wars 2, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Darkest Dungeon. But we played Layers of Fear. Black Desert Online, we gave that a shot in the beta. I decided that wasn't a game for me. I broke my keyboard fishing in that game. That was February. We also played Atlas Reactor and The Walking Dead Michonne, which I still have never finished. I still have never finished that. So that was February. March. March we played a bunch of games. This was when I tried doing like Indie Game Thursday, which is something I might want to actually start doing again, just playing more indie games. Every once in a while we would stumble upon an indie game that there wasn't a lot of folks streaming, and it turned out to be really successful. In March, Portal Nights was our big game for that. We started streaming that like the first day of early access or something like that, and we had a bunch of new viewers come in. We played that a lot for several streams, Portal Nights. That was fun. I played Jotun, played Super Hot. We played Flame Break, Feria, and Marooners, all indie games. I also tried out Marvel Heroes 2016, another MMO. I played Amnesia as my next Scream stream. And yeah, so a lot of different games. And then at the very end of the month, I decided to do Dark Souls, because Dark Souls 3 was coming out in April, and I wanted to kind of just try that game out. And that was probably one of my best decisions of the year in terms of what games to play, because not only did I find it super fun and engaging, but you guys did too. Besides Guild Wars 2, I think my Dark Souls streams have been the most successful streams of the year. I know some people hate the Dark Souls streams, but there's no denying that it has been impactful for the channel. So that's when Dark Souls started, and it's been, and I'm still playing Dark Souls games. You know, we're gonna play some of that today as well. So, all right. So that was March. April. In April, I went to PAX East. Peachy and I did the Bog and the Peach. We met a few of you folks there as well. I met Quo. I met Malthanis. I met Atomic Samurai Robot. I met Emily Orange. Forgive me if I'm missing anybody else that I might have seen at PAX East there, but that was fun. Got to check out a bunch of games, hand out a bunch of business cards and shirts, and just you know, just learn and have fun. Widget came with me. That was the first convention that Widget and her husband went to with me, and it was super fun time. Super fun time. I'm gonna be going back to PAX East this coming March, so I look forward to that. April was also the very first time I did a subathon. So this is now the 7th subathon that I've done. I haven't done one exactly every month. There's been a month or two that we've skipped, but April's when it started it all off. And what's funny is that was a 10-hour subathon. The max time was 10 hours. And now today we're gonna be doing possibly an 18-hour stream, which is cool as hell. So that was in April. We also hit 250 subs. So January, February, and March was really a slow period for the channel, because we hit 200 subs in January. We didn't hit 250 until April. So that was a very... and I remember feeling pretty unsure about things that first quarter, and then things started to pick up around April, so that was great. So yeah, big games for April were Dark Souls 3. Then we played Dead Space, was our next Scream stream game that we played through. I did a little bit of Hearthstone. I did a little bit of Banner Saga 2. I didn't really love that, playing that for the stream. And then more Jackbox Party Pack, so that was April. Can you believe already, like, all the games that I streamed that we probably forgot about? I mean, already there's so many games. I'm like, oh yeah, I did stream that. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention a big game in March. Just to move back a little bit. We streamed our alpha access of Paragon, which I was surprised as heck, because Paragon, you know, is created by Epic Games, a huge company, and they were so generous with me, giving me different types of Founders Packs. They gave me like a $100 Founder Pack, and then they gave me like a bunch of other ones to like give out, and we were like the first streamer to come online with the alpha, and I think we had over like 800 people watching, which was really stressful stream, because a first-person shooter like MOBA is not the type of gameplay that people would expect from me, but we actually had a very successful stream, that first one of Paragon. So that was another big game we played at that point as well. Alright, so back to May. In May, I played Dark Souls, Dead Space, we finished that off, and then the Overwatch beta began, and up to that point, I was not going to get Overwatch. I had played it during an earlier beta event, and didn't stream it and didn't think it was my cup of tea. And then we started streaming the beta just for fun, and then we started doing custom games and playing against each other, and I realized how great this was. And Overwatch is now my game of the year. Overwatch is my favorite game that I played this entire year. It's like one of the only games that I play when I'm not streaming. So it's been so much fun. So I'm so glad that I woke up and decided to give that game more of a try. And that was the first time we streamed it. That was in May. I also played some Dark Souls 3. We tried out Dungeon Rushers, which was an indie game. We played more Marooners with the community. We played a digital board game called Armello. That's when Doom came out, which I still have never finished. I kind of want to start that game over because I've kind of forgotten where I am and stuff, and it was so much fun. But Doom, we played Doom. That's when Peachy and I started playing Portal 2 on Bog and the Peach in May. We also played Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. 2 hilarious games that we had a lot of fun with during the month of May. I started my playthrough and finished my playthrough of BioShock Infinite in May. And I dabbled in Total War Warhammer a little bit and realized it's too complicated for me. And not something I should probably be trying to learn while I'm streaming. All right, well, going on to June, I'm gonna run over on time on this a little bit, but we'll get to Guild Wars as soon as we're done with the recap. So in June, we launched the Cafe Press merch shop. We put the Ottoman Empire logo and the Bog Otter logo in the merch shop in June, which was a big milestone because I had been talking about it for months, and it took me forever to get that set up. We played, Peachy and I played Divinity Original Sin during our Bog and the Peach streams. We played some more Portal 2. I played a little bit more Doom, a little bit of Witcher 3, Overwatch. Then we got into Dead by Daylight. That was June for the first time. I continued my Dark Souls 3 playthrough. I dabbled in Battleborn. I gave that a shot. I think you guys voted on that like a sub's choice. I played through most of the single-player campaign of Battleborn. I still never finished that. And then my Scream stream for the month for June was Soma. Still a really cool game. Not as scary as the others, but a really cool game nonetheless. All right, moving on to July. July is when we dabbled in the MMO Riders of Icarus. We played a couple streams of that. Fox stole a mount from me. That's when I yelled at Fox at him. I played that with Fom. I think Fomnix was running around the game with us as well. It was fun, but, you know, a little bit similar type of a lot of other Asian import MMOs. Peachy and I played Who's Your Daddy on the Bog and the Peach streams. We played more Dead by Daylight. We tried out Lawbreakers in one of the beta events. Fun mechanics. Just lacks all the personality and charm that Overwatch has, in my opinion. Played more Dark Souls 3, and then Necropolis was a game. I thought Necropolis would be a bigger and better game than it actually was. I had fun with it, but I really was surprised. I thought that was going to be a game that I got way more into, but there was just not as much to it. Okay, August. August we played, of course, Guild Wars 2, Overwatch, Dark Souls 3. Then we played Layers of Fear DLC. That came out. I also started my Alien Isolation playthrough, more Scream streams. And we did more Dead by Daylight, and then Peachy and I dabbled in Rift during one of our Bog and the Peach streams, which I don't think grabbed either one of us. We had fun that day, but it wasn't like something that we were like, yes, let's play more Rift. Definitely play more Rift. September was a big month. I had my birthday stream. We also had a big subathon that month as well. I played Guild Wars 2 and Dark Souls 3. We jumped back into Darkest Dungeon for a little bit. Played some Overwatch, played some Witcher 3, played some Marooners and Jackbox party games. Those are all, like, pretty standard. The games that were new for September was, I did a complete playthrough of Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. One of the best games I've ever played. One of the, definitely the most emotional experience I've ever had while playing a video game. And I did it live. Usually I'm emotionally constipated while I'm live streaming, but not during that stream. For anybody who wants to see the tears, that's the stream. I actually have a full playthrough of that on YouTube that Fenris edited for me. So if you want to check that out, play it yourself if you can, because that experience is a once-in-a-lifetime thing. But if you can't play it or are not interested in playing it, want to see me play it, it was a lot of fun. One of the best games ever, truly. I played and finished Transistor that month as well. And I dabbled in Shadow of Mordor for a couple of streams, and actually I found it kind of frustrating. We're almost done, guys and girls. October. Actually, no, I'm sorry. In September, I also played Breakaway from TwitchCon. So September, October, the very beginning of September, the end of October is when I went to TwitchCon. That was a huge, huge milestone for the stream and for everything here. I met so many folks. I met a lot of you guys there. We had a very successful Bog and the Peach meetup. I'm gonna forget somebody if I try to name everybody. But I met a lot of you folks, and that was super fun. I also went to a lot of panels. I streamed from the convention floor for the first time. I participated in an onstage event with the Jackbox Party people and Aura Peachy. That was a lot of fun, and I just met a whole bunch of streamers and a whole bunch of folks. I got to talk to Colin Johansson a whole lot, which was awesome. And that's when we learned about Twitch Prime being a thing. That's when we learned about a lot of games like Breakaway, which we're going to play later today, that kind of integrates directly with Twitch. And yeah, it was just a great event. And Cheering Bits also came about like in the August-September timeframe, and I wanted to kind of mention that because that's another big thing that kind of changed how the channels work. And we also got wind of loyalty badges in October, where your badges can change as you sub for different lengths of time. So a lot of big changes to Twitch over the back half of this year as well. Okay, so in October, we did a Spooky Thursday, or Spoopy Thursday, where every Thursday we'd play a different scary game. So there's a lot of horror games in October. I played Streamline, Choice Chamber, Necropolis Brutal Edition. That's when Peachy and I started playing Dying Light, and we've been playing that since October. It's crazy. I know, a lot of Bog and the Peach streams have been Dying Light. That's when it started, in October. We played Overwatch. Spooky games included The Town of Light, Outlast, still the scariest game I've ever played. I'm really frightened for when Outlast 2 comes out, because you guys are going to make me play it. I played the Outlast DLC called Whistleblower, and also played Through the Woods. Played Jackbox Party Pack 3, which came out in October. Rise of the Tomb Raider Blood Ties DLC, which was really disappointing. And that's when we did the Dark Souls 3 DLC, Ashes of Ariandel. And then we started our Dishonored playthrough right at the end of the month. Okay, and Dishonored playthrough was a super fun game. That led right into November when Dishonored 2 came out. We did a full playthrough of that. I played Bastion in November, more Dying Light, Heroes of the Storm during the subathon. To unlock our Genji skins in Overwatch, but folks have a lot of fun with that. I think a lot of you guys started playing Heroes of the Storm because of that stream. And then we played Guild Wars 2, of course, and Overwatch. And then this month, now we're up to this month, we had an amazing Clamopocalypse last week. We played Dishonored 2, Guild Wars 2, Dark Souls 2, Dying Light, Breakaway, and then the Friday the 13th beta, which just kind of finished last week, which I'm still looking really forward to playing next year. So there we go. I didn't total up the total number of games we played, but as you can see, there was a lot of a variety of games. That's crazy. That 2016, like, I've been a gamer my entire life. I had played more video games in 2016, thanks to you guys and thanks to this stream, than any other year of my life. And a huge variety of games as well. There's a lot of games that I played, loved, and finished because of streaming that I would never have had a chance to play otherwise. So I can't thank you enough for allowing me guys to do this every single day. It's amazing. It really is amazing. Like it is a job. There's a lot of work that goes into it. There's a lot of prep that goes into it outside of things, and it's stressful at times and stuff. But at the end of the day, like, I'm not commuting to Manhattan for 3 hours, back and forth every day, sitting in middle management position where, like, I felt like I had no voice and no passion for it. I used to look at my boss at that job and just be envious because he truly enjoyed being there. He loved his corporate job. He loved running customer service centers. And if those are the type of jobs that you have and you love it and you're passionate for it, then that's awesome. But I didn't have that, and now I found something I'm truly passionate about, and it's all because of you guys that I get to do this. So I'm so happy to be doing this subathon on one of the last days of the year. Just like we did last year. I unfortunately, I couldn't stream New Year's Eve like I did last year, because that was really fun, counting down all the different New Year's as it occurred to different people around the world. I have my kids tomorrow, and I couldn't stream tomorrow. But I'm so glad we get to do this today instead, and end this year with what I hope to be a really fun, amazing stream. So that's the wrap up. Thank you guys so much for everything. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys all have a prosperous new year. Happy New Year to the Otter folks and the Ottoman Empire. And I hope next year brings lots of exciting streams, exciting videos, and just a great time all around for our amazing community.